Hey there, this is Barry Schanz, founder of Mobile Audio Academy, author of Crossover Curving. We're looking at CDT Audio DSP 4.8, an amplifier with a DSP integrated. It takes 4 channels input, 6 channels of built-in amplification, and up to 8 channels of output total. Here's a CD case for a size comparison. The 4 full range channels are class AB, the 2 subwoofer channels are class D. While CDT Audio has been around for decades, this is their first entry into the DSP market. This is overall a well-done manual. There is quite a bit of coverage on the software in this manual as well. To operate the software, you'll need a Windows computer. In the file menu, you have your usual options for saving and loading presets and other device memory settings. What we're looking at on the upper left corner is how you're going to handle your equalization for the input channels if you need to do that. Note that it does offer Bluetooth on the software, but the DSP does not include that feature. Note how the graphical interface lets you adjust the equalizers. This works with adjusting the Q by grabbing onto the boxes, and that only works if you're using parametric EQ. It does not work this way if it's on graphic EQ. You can do a quick A/B comparison of your equalizer settings by toggling the bypass. The way to bypass or disable an individual equalizer band is to drop down and click on the ball. Moving on to the high pass and low pass filters, the crossover type is Butterworth. And despite having all the way from 6 dB per octave up to 48 dB per octave, there's really no good practical reason to go beyond 24 dB per octave. I recommend you type in the crossing frequency, although once that is set, you can go over to the display on the top right and grab and drag a handle to change that frequency that way as well. Clicking on GEQ PEQ is a destructive change, so use that with caution. Shift your attention now to the lower left portion of the software. The master volume setting is here. You can click, you can drag, and you can mute. The delay unit selection is for setting your time alignment. This one you'll just want to pick either centimeters or inches depending on your preference. I don't see any good use to use milliseconds, and make your commitment before you set your delay on each channel. It's really important for you to take note of this now. Channels 1 and 2 are hard locked into the subwoofer controls. You cannot change the channel assignment name, so you'll want to write that down in your notes elsewhere. The boxes along the bottom, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, correspond with the 4 input channels. And this is a quick way to toggle to link it to the output channel. And how you might do this is to have 2 full range channels in, channels 1 and 2, So your left output channels will be linked to 1, and your right output channels will be linked to 2. Let's talk about that tricky thing called phase, because this DSP has 3 different phase controls. On the left, we have what is actually a polarity reversal toggle. We can disregard the word bass here and the phase shifter setting. That is an infinitely variable phase control from 0 to 360 degrees. What is phase EQ? This one, I believe, should be labeled all-pass filter. What is an all-pass filter? That is a very special kind of EQ that only affects phase and not frequency response. Hey, we're not done yet. There's another screen to explore. Let's move on to the mixer for the input settings. This can look a little bit overwhelming. We have our 8 output channels in columns from left to right, and then we have the 4 inputs going across. You can disregard Bluetooth left and right because, again, this DSP doesn't have that feature built in. Let's switch it up and take a look at a different way to think about this input mixing. This is something you can do on your own, so you have a visual, like a mental mapping of how this could tie in with the actual speakers that are going into your vehicle. Hey, this is Barry. One more time, just for a moment before you close out this video, please go to the website mobileaudioacademy.com. There is an offer for the book Crossover Curving. This book is one of the hardest things I've ever developed in my life. It is the culmination of 30-some years of my experiences and my own unique perspective. I guarantee you're going to find something insightful and something you can put to use to make your own sound system sound better and be more reliable and have a lower distortion. Again, go to mobileaudioacademy.com right now.